I see Jasmine Salinas down there on the starting line. What's up, Jasmine? Jasmine waving to the crowd. She's hanging out with one of the junior kids this morning. Was backstage at the pre-race. We got our junior dragsters. Both out of Tucson, Arizona, getting ready to fire these cars. Hey, race fans, these kids, it's quiet down there. Why don't you give them the jet car treatment? Let them hear you guys. That's right, junior kids. We appreciate you and your families and what you're doing, but we also have great expectations for you and your futures and your grades. And we want to see you in some big cars in a few years. It's going to be great. It is going to be great. Big thanks to the folks at the Air Force for being on board. Gone are the days of sitting behind a desk and waiting for the clock to strike 5 if you want an adventurous career. There's more than one way to serve in the United States Air Force. Head to airforce.com to learn more. Ariana Vissuet, excuse me. I met her parents this morning. She's 9 years old. She's the one hanging out with Jasmine, part of the Scrappers Racing Driver Development Program. Ariana landed the major sponsorship with Mike Salinas and Scrappers Racing. 1 month later, she won her first Wally. She was just 8 years old. She was interviewed by NHRA on Fox. What a great moment. She is on the left-hand side. The card says Scrappers. And Riker Rogel, 9 years old, in the 4th grade, been racing for almost 7 years. Wow, you're 9 years old and you've been racing for 7 years. I don't know. I'm doing the math. We let him run at 5, but hey, it's Arizona. Who knows? I meant that in a good way. Yeah, exactly. Mike Rice. Riker loves to travel and race whenever he has the opportunity to do so, enjoys being in the outdoors and having a good time camping and fishing and hunting. He likes RC cars as well. Riker on the right, Ariana on the left. First pair, junior dragsters. An 0:32 reaction time for the Scrappers machine. 2:34 to the 60-foot time. And it's going to be Ariana Vissuet. 11:55.8 at 54 miles an hour to an 11:66 with a 5 for Riker Rogel. And our next pair, Parker Schroeder. Going to step up a little bit in age. 7th grade, 13 years old. New Gen Customs on board. Parker loves his hobbies. His hobbies are watching BattleBots. I like BattleBots. Likes watching YouTube videos of drag racing. Hopefully he knows about WFO radio, just saying. And playing racing video games. I love this kid. What are his goals for the future? To win a $5,000 race. Parker Schroeder on the left-hand side going up against Christian Pridgen. Christian, just 7 years old. Been racing for about a year, made the semifinals. Can't wait till he moves up to the 1190 class. Runs 1390s right now. Christian on the right. Parker on the left. Yeah, the older kids get to go a little bit faster. You're seeing that on display. But how about Christian with an 0:13 reaction time? Had a better reaction time than the much older Parker Schroeder. Parker with an 8:67 at 74 miles an hour. 13:85 for Kristen Pridgen with a 13:85.3 at 45 miles an hour. Oh, look at this thing. That looks fast. Looks fast just sitting still. Aaron Rodgers. Not that Aaron Rodgers. Aaron Rodgers. 14 years old. Is in 9th grade. High school kid. Tucson Dragway Rookie of the Year of 2021. He's in high school track and field. He's got a Blazer that he's restoring so he can drive it when he gets his license. That's kind of cool, going up against Allison Bowl. Allison, over there on the right-hand side. Allison in the 8th grade. 2018 6 to 9-year-old junior finals champion. 2022, the 10 to 12 junior finals champion. Tucson Dragway track champion. 2021, 2022. Loves volleyball. Better reaction time. Going to Aaron Rodgers with an 046 as Allison turned on the big red evil eye. Look at that. 784 at 83 miles an hour. That's moving out for the juniors. It looked fast. It was fast. 809.4, 83 miles an hour for Allison Bowl. Summit Racing Equipment Junior Drag Racing League. These kids doing a great job. Mallory Dolezal and Luke Makovica. We just saw our dad go to the final round for the first time in his career. He's out here with Mallory. Mallory is 13 years old in the 7th grade, finished 2nd and 3rd in the division last couple of years. And yeah, he's in his fire suit. Of course he is. You don't pull off a fire suit going to the final round. You just leave it on and you sweat. Luke out there on the left-hand side plays racing video games, does cross-country. He's won several races, 16 years old. Luke out there with an 011 reaction time. Oh, they're not booing. They're saying, Luke. 772.7 at 82 miles an hour for Makovica. Mallory Dolezal, 781.9, 85 miles an hour. And a pop is going to run for a Wally here in just a few minutes. Oh, how about those junior dragsters? But maybe you don't want to build a junior dragster, but you want to start running as a young person. That's cool. We've got a program for you. It's called Junior Street. We got two 14-year-old racers, 13 to 16. They go down the racetrack with a parent. See, when I first started racing, you had to be 15. I'm from Florida, and you had to get a parental concession, form, and they let me race. This is even better. 13 to 16, you just go down the racetrack with your parents. Nick George and Kristen Williams. Kristen on the left-hand side in the truck with the extended cab. He's got a 901 dial. Are we dialing these guys in? They got dial-ins on there, but I don't see them on the board. They're just making a run. A little S10 pickup truck over on the right-hand side, Nick George. The Summit Junior Street program, 911 with a 5, 68 miles an hour. No, 911 with a 9, 75 miles an hour. That would be a pretty good matchup. Junior Street. So if you would like to race, bracket race, this is a program you might want to get invested in. You might want to find out. The 91 S10, finally ready for Nick George. Makes a great run out here. Meanwhile, Christian Williams loves Legos, loves RC cars. Can't wait. All right, here's our next pair. Junior Street. Erin Edwards, 13 years old on the right-hand side. Went to the finals in her first 2 Junior Street races. She always recently won Junior Street. Tucson Dragway, loves sleeping. Erin loves sleeping. I love that. Out there with that really cool Jeep going up against Parker Williams, who is 13 years old. What is Parker like? Loves hanging out at the racetrack with all his friends. Basketball and football and doing all the great things kids like sleeping. 944.3, 75 miles an hour, 10:06. And I apologize for my slightly passive-aggressive comment about the sleeping because I too, love sleeping.
Joe, everybody in the low zone loves sleeping.
Don't we all love sleeping? Like, come on. I've never written it as a hobby, per se. But perhaps I should reevaluate myself.
It's kind of like the four food groups for me. If I don't sleep enough,
You get grumpy. You get a little hangry down
there.
there.
If I miss vegetables in a meal,
You get a little hangry.
Yeah.
Turn into a diva.
Well, that's already there.